to an all-new layered Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, I'm not officially back yet. The new season of videos haven't started, okay? However, the events that have transpired for the past 2 to 3 days have been some of the craziest, juiciest combination of events that have ever been strung together within the Smash community. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you live under a rock, let me just tell you what you missed, okay? I don't got much time to talk about it, but let's talk about it anyway because I'm gonna regret not making this video. First off, big news, EVO announced their game lineup for 2019. Good news is that Smash Ultimate is in. The bad news is that Melee is out for the first time in over, I don't know, like 4 years now. It's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. Melee isn't going anywhere. It's going to be at like 50 other big ass events, but y'all know how the internet is. Basically, everyone lost their goddamn minds. And I don't blame them because the way EVO dropped Melee was probably one of the worst ways you could deliver bad news. They essentially made a eulogy video for the game, kind of just showing off highlights of great EVO moments and whatnot, which metaphorically paints the picture of EVO burying Melee, as if it died or it is dead. Now, I don't know who gave the green light on this, okay? This was probably Wiz's dumbass idea, but think about that for a moment, okay? Imagine you've been invited to a party with like 8 other friends every year, okay? And then 1 year, instead of just not being invited, you know, the host makes this grand, hey, you're not invited video for you to watch so you can feel even worse about not attending the party. That's basically it. It's not the same, but it's basically the same concept. Clearly, there is a way to communicate to the Melee community why they weren't invited, but doing so with a eulogy video is just not a good look, okay? I'm 99% certain someone over there is just trolling, but whatever, it is what it is. This invited tons of people from the Melee community being clearly, you know, disappointed, sad, some angry and some frustrated, which was then responded by the FGC basically telling them to stop being babies and to get over it. I don't think the Melee community went full batshit over the news, but there were a couple of people who voiced their disinterest in games like Samurai Showdown, and there was another game that, you know, isn't really that big as Melee, but yeah, the FGC popped off on that and put that argument to rest. In my opinion, it sucks, but it was going to happen eventually. The only reason why EVO probably kept Melee all of this time is because despite the high cost to heft around CRTs and other 15-year-old technologies, it's always at the top charts in views and entrants. If not the very top, then second. Melee is the GOAT. So what made EVO decide to finally drop EVO? I'ma tell you. I'ma let you guys in on the secret, because you know, I know everything, okay? I'm gonna let y'all know. It's because of Smash Ultimate. And that's right, Smash Ultimate killed Melee. I told y'all it was gonna happen. Y'all ain't wanna listen. I tried to warn you. It's like, nah, it's not even like that, but it is Smash Ultimate's fault, like for real. Essentially, Smash Ultimate is just too good of a game. I'm not saying it's the best Smash game, but it is good enough to the point where TLs feel the need to consolidate. See, you got top players and figureheads like Mango, Leffen, Armada, Hungrybox, etc. streaming and making content for the game. And for the first time in ever, the Melee community is showing consistent interest in another Smash game that isn't their own. On top of that, Smash Ultimate is a newborn baby and will only continue to flourish as new patches and characters and more hype surrounds the game going forward. Whereas you got Melee, you know, consistently the GOAT of fighting games, not really receiving anything ever and kind of just flourishing on its own. Now, if Smash Ultimate sucked, then no question, I think Melee would still be at EVO, but as I said, it's good enough to hold its own candle for certain events, and EVO was one of them. The other thing too is that we've actually been really fortunate to have 2 Smash games at EVO, like for real. I know that they're different with separate communities, but you can imagine there are all of these other fighting game communities who would love to have just one of their games on the board, let alone 2, so yeah. We'll see how it plays out. If EVO gets lower viewership this year, they'll most likely come back begging to add Melee again, and for real, I'd be petty about it. You know, I'd be like, nah, if you want us, you better raise your own goddamn $100,000 charity event to bring us in, like how we did to get in the first place. Like, nah, fuck that. I would be petty about that. I'd be hella petty. Anyway, moving on. This is actually the perfect transition spot where the end starts the beginning. Salem, one of the best Smash 4 Bayos in the world and top 8 placing player in Smash Ultimate, decided to do what he's been doing best recently, instigate. If you don't know, I've made a few videos about him already in the past, but Salem is just... he just doesn't like the Melee community. I don't know how else to put it. He's a very anti-Melee person. He harbors ill feelings for reasons that probably exist, but aren't being let known. I don't know. Whatever. He's public enemy number 1, and everyone on the internet just enjoys shitting on him, and I'd say he doesn't deserve it, but this guy, as I'm about to say, enjoys digging his heels into other people's wounds. What had happened was, like, in response to the whole Melee being dropped from EVO, he made a tweet basically just saying, finally. That's it. one word, and everybody took the bait. And I mean everybody. The entire Melee community was so angry at this dude, and this dude was so angry at them. Shots were being fired, with Salem taking most of the L's. Hell, even Tafo. Okay, Tafo got in on the roast. Tafo is the sweetest, kindest guy I know, so you know you messed up when you got Tafo roasting you, okay? So this leads into the next day, where out of nowhere, Salem's team, Team Liquid, announced that they were parting ways, which, god damn, guys. Oh, I'm not even like laughing because it's funny. It's like, bro, I don't know what you want to call it. You know, you call it karma, call it poetic justice, call it coincidence, whatever you want to call it. Salem literally performed a taunt to get bodied combo in real life. And the comments, bro, and guys, the comments, like, the internet tore Salem to shreds with insults, jokes, memes. It's just one of those situations where you think, what would be the worst outcome for me be? Like, at this given moment, what could be the worst thing that happens to me? And then it happens to you. So yeah, he got dropped, and I believe they even plugged the years of research meme in their farewell stance. Why did he get dropped? It's not public knowledge, obviously, more so kind of like hearsay. I don't think Team Liquid said like, hey, we're dropping you because you're being an ass on the internet or anything like that. But I'm like 90% certain it was just bad timing, and they were planning on letting him go because his contract probably expired. But I don't know, that's up for you to decide. So yeah, that's it. You can see all of the beef and craziness on Twitter. But let's wrap this up by talking about Salem really fast, because I know you guys want to talk about Salem because that's all everybody wants to do. I mentioned this on Twitter, but I don't know what or why Salem is essentially making himself the enemy of almost everyone. I get that by, you know, making yourself a big ass target, you get a lot of attention, which is what he has been getting, but the overload of too much negative attention, in my opinion, doesn't really go well unless you're like, I don't know, the best player in the world or something. Because if you are, then you can just fall back on just being the GOAT, you know? Now, Salem is amazing. He topped 8 a few majors already this year, but it's not a good look when you're getting dropped by your team simultaneously while you're talking all this noise. So, yeah. I don't really get the source of all the anger and all the hatred. I don't know, maybe one day I'll sit down with him if he wants. Salem, hey, look, if you're watching this video, if you just want to if you just want to talk, like, if you just, you know, discuss your frustration and anger, you know, together, just air it out, you know, I'll gladly give you that platform. Because I think a lot of us are confused as to why you're going through such great lengths to shit on people and in return being shat on. Like, it's a cycle of hatred that I just don't see an end to. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Lay It Omni. You've just been laid. What do you guys think? Is Melee dead? Is Melee fine? Is Salem a jerk? Or is he the Itachi of the Smash community, uniting everyone against one common enemy so that our anger doesn't quell towards others who are undeserving of it? Personally, I find everything that's been happening entertaining as hell. It's not that I'm not sad Melee isn't at EVO, or that I am sad that Melee is at EVO, or that I support Salem. It's none of those things. I just, frankly, the combination of everything happening within the past 2 or 3 days is just worth my time laughing at. Melee will be fine, 100%. Melee has a way of just, I don't know, becoming stronger the weaker it gets, like a Saiyan or something. And Salem will find his way, I'm sure of it. In terms of me, I'm almost done with my busy season. When the new season of videos begin, which will be soon, it's going to be completely different than how it was before. I strongly recommend you follow me on Twitter because I need all of you guys feeding me as much topics and ideas you want to see on this show in the future, because that's just how hard the new season is going to go. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. I swear to God, you guys have better been drinking water, hydrating, keeping your rooms clean, and keeping your mental health together, okay? Your teeth better be flawless. If I ever meet one of you guys in real life and your breath stink, I'm slapping you in the face and I'm taking your wallet, okay? I love you guys. Have an awesome